The morning sunlight spilled across the glass towers of Halden Tech, as if the city itself were trying to soften the blow of what was about to happen. CEO Marisa Langford stood at the top floor, staring down at a world rushing forward, while her own felt as if it were falling apart. Her 9-year-old daughter, Celia, had been failing math for months, drifting further from the confident child she once was. The teachers kept saying she needed special tutoring, but Marisa barely had the time to breathe, let alone help. As deadlines towered, investors pressed harder, and board members watched like hawks. The last thing she expected was for Celia's grades to suddenly soar, almost overnight. And the person behind that miracle was someone Marisa would never have imagined in 1,000 lifetimes. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of unseen heroes, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Chronicles right now. It truly helps us keep bringing stories that matter. Marisa had always built her life around structure and achievement. Rising from a modest upbringing, she had become the face of relentless ambition. People respected her, feared her, depended on her, but very few truly knew her. When her husband left 3 years ago, she told herself it didn't hurt. When the late nights at the office meant missed school plays and forgotten art shows, she told herself Celia understood. Yet deep down, she feared she was losing pieces of her daughter one day at a time. Celia had grown quiet, and every time Marisa tried to connect, her little girl would shrink back as if she were afraid to disappoint her mother. So when Celia's teacher called one bright Monday morning to praise her for an outstanding transformation, Marisa froze. The improvement wasn't small, it was a leap. A child who barely passed quizzes was now solving upper-level equations and demonstrating concepts students twice her age struggled with. Something didn't add up. The teacher asked, who had been tutoring Celia, but Marisa had no answer. That confusion gnawed at her throughout the day, until the question morphed into a suspicion, and the suspicion demanded truth. 2 afternoons later, Marisa left a board meeting early for the first time in months, determined to pick Celia up from school and uncover what was happening. She waited near the school's side entrance, a place she had barely noticed before, hidden behind a row of tall maple trees whose leaves rustled softly under the mellow daytime breeze. When the bell rang, children spilled out in a joyous swirl. And then she saw Celia, smiling, actually smiling, holding a worn notebook filled with equations and scribbled diagrams. Beside her walked an older man wearing navy blue janitorial overalls, carrying a small lunchbox and a broom he had tucked under his arm. His hair was streaked with gray, his posture slightly curved, but his eyes shone with a warmth Marisa rarely saw in anyone these days. Celia waved at him, and he responded with a gentle nod, placing a hand over his heart before walking away. Marisa felt her stomach tighten. This man, someone she had never met, had a closeness with her daughter that she hadn't seen in years. She asked Celia who he was, and the girl answered with an excitement she hadn't heard in so long. His name is Mr. Rowan. He teaches me math every day after school. But then Celia added something that struck Marisa like a blade. He listens to me, Mama. In that moment, Marisa realized she hadn't been listening, not truly. Work had devoured her attention, piece by piece, until all that remained for her daughter were hurried mornings and tired goodnights. The next day, Marisa visited the school quietly. She asked about Mr. Rowan only to discover he wasn't a teacher at all. He was the janitor. The staff described him as kind, reserved, always willing to help, but rarely speaking about his personal life. That only deepened Marissa's curiosity and confusion. Why would a janitor spend hours teaching her daughter? Why advanced mathematics? And how did he know so much? Determined to understand, she walked toward the maintenance area just as the afternoon sun filtered through the school's high windows, casting long golden beams across the hallway. She found him mopping the floor with slow, patient motions, as if every stroke held purpose. When she introduced herself, he seemed surprised, almost flustered, standing straighter out of respect. But Marissa sensed humility, not fear. She asked about Celia's progress, and he answered in simple, courteous words, saying she was bright and that all she needed was someone to guide her step by step. But then Marissa questioned how he knew such advanced concepts. And that's when she noticed the faint sadness in his eyes, as if she had opened a door he kept locked for a long time. He told her he once studied to become a mathematician, working toward a doctorate, but life unraveled when his wife fell ill and medical costs drained everything. He had taken any job he could to support her until she passed. After that, he drifted, broken by grief, leaving behind unfinished dreams and a life he no longer recognized. The janitorial job was the only steady work he could find with no degree completed. But his love for math had never died, and when he saw Celia struggling, he couldn't help but offer guidance. As he spoke, Marissa felt a heavy shame settle in her chest. Here she was, a powerful CEO with all the resources in the world, yet it was this gentle, grieving man, someone society often overlooked, who had given her daughter the attention, patience, and belief she desperately needed. Marissa thanked him, but something about his quiet dignity made her words feel hollow. She left with a swirl of emotions, gratitude, guilt, admiration, and a haunting sense of her own failures as a mother. One bright spring day, Marissa received an email from Mr. Rowan. He had been invited to publish a paper based on his new research, his first in over a decade. He thanked her, but more importantly, he thanked Celia for reminding him that his mind still mattered. Reading that email made Marissa realize something profound. Kindness had a ripple effect. One small act from a broken man had healed a little girl. One act of gratitude from a mother had revived a forgotten dream. And that dream would now go on to inspire countless others. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Kindness Chronicles. Your support helps these meaningful stories reach more people who need them. Special request. Comment. Kindness can change a life if you believe in the power of good. As the sun set softly over Halden Tech months later, Marissa watched Celia solve a math puzzle at the kitchen table with beaming confidence. She realized that sometimes heroes don't wear suits or hold titles. Sometimes they wear overalls, carry brooms, and quietly nurture brilliance when no one else is watching. And in that truth, Marissa found a renewed faith in humanity and in the unexpected miracles that begin with simple acts of compassion. The world often values power, position, and prestige. But this story, their story, proved something timeless. The greatest transformations are born not from greatness, but from kindness.